All right, this segment is sponsored by Trey Harrell Law. Today, we introduce to you a new weekly segment. Trey helps with attorney Trey Harrell. He's joining us to answer your legal questions and help you. Welcome to the show once again, sir. Good to see you. I see that you have on your Easter shoes already. Looking good.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is the most important holiday in the history of the world, so we might as well do something, celebrate it, and talk about it.
Absolutely. I noticed on your website and so forth, you've got a lot of 5-star reviews. And you're getting an enormous amount of positive feedback. Do you attribute that to your firm's commitment to your clients?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think that, at our firm, we try to really have a culture of client focus and kind of bring that out for the whole group that works with us on our team. And so I think that it's so great to see that coming in those reviews, and just means the world to us.
Yeah, and speaking of those reviews in your team, there's a lot of positive comments about your team and about going going well beyond the expectations of the client that your team is doing. That can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, the one up on the screen kind of leads it to it, and it talking about professionalism and how hard we work and how hard we've focus to them. But I'll tell you, the best one, we just posted it on our Instagram, our Trey Helps Instagram. Somebody said, you want a law firm that brings the heat, and Trey Harrell is fire. I mean, that's great. Whoever thought to put that out there means the world. And it's always great when you see one, A, they took the time to tell us they appreciated us, and B, they took the time to make us laugh. So, it always means a lot when we get a good review like that.
Without going into any names and so forth, can you tell us a little bit about what that case was about?
Yeah, it was a individual who was rear-ended, who hurt their neck, and the insurance company just didn't really want to work with them. Just kind of dragged the feet out, was trying to do all those tricks we've talked about previously about how they try to cause things to happen so they can pay you less money, and we were able to get involved and work it out and get him the money quicker than he thought he was going to get.
Speaking of the positive feedback, your client feedback, these growing reviews to further refine and enhance your client-centered approach, going right to the client, going way beyond what they're expecting of you, and how do you do that approach? How do you get involved with that?
We take the approach that it is much more important than just a case, because someone calls us and it's not a good time. Nobody calls me because they just want to say, hey, how you doing? I'd like that. You can give me a call, anytime. But most people, when they're calling me, something bad has happened, and they've never been through it in most of the case. And so we try to take the approach of, what can we do to help them get better? Because like I've said numerous times when I've been on the show, the most important thing when you're in an accident is make sure you're okay. And it's our job to help you make sure you're okay, whether it's helping you get to the treatment you need, getting you paid for your lost wages, helping you get your vehicle repaired. All of those things, it's our job to help you get back to where you are and where you were prior to the accident. And so that's kind of what our client-centered approach is.
The approach that you have with your clients, and then going beyond their expectations, in so many of those cases, can you explain how your approach fosters lasting relationships with your clients? In other words, what you and your group do at your law firm exceeds their expectations. You come to an agreement at the end of that, but then it's a relationship also that continues on past that, right?
And we are so blessed for that. We have a significant amount of clients that have been injured in the auto accident, and we've resolved it for them, and then they told their family or their cousin, or I was on the phone with somebody yesterday, yesterday, who was in an accident back in 2021 that we resolved for her, and she unfortunately was in another accident and called us again. So the repeat clients, I hate that when it's a repeat client, because that means you've been in another auto accident, but that and or when they refer us to their family members or their friends just means the world to us. And so those reviews show that people are doing that, and the fact that people actually just take the time to write a review for us. I mean, we're so blessed to have well over 200 only 5-star reviews.
Wow.
It just really means the world to us.
I mean, that is a lot, over 200 5-star reviews. And
we only have 5-star reviews, so we're very, very blessed.
Let's try to slide that into a 6-star. Do they have the 6-star?
Yeah, we'll take it.
I mean, it is quite an accomplishment for you and your staff, because it is you, it's the name on your firm, but it's always a good big team effort. It's a lot of research that goes into a lot of things.
If I didn't have my team, we wouldn't be able to do it. Just like if I didn't have my wife at home, I wouldn't be able to raise my kids as well as we're raising them. So I'm so blessed to have good people all around me, and so it just really works out.
So well said all the way around. I appreciate you putting your wife in there as well.
Well, of course, she is the she is the star on the team.
Trey
So
Harrell, always a pleasure, sir. Thank you very much.
And real quick, huge weekend on Sunday, very important day. If you haven't been to church in a while, this is the perfect opportunity to go. Come to East Cooper, say hey to Amber and I if you want to, or just go back to your church that you've been going to. It's the perfect weekend to do it.
Absolutely, well said. Thank you, sir. We've got more Low Country Live right after this. Love Shoes. Okay.